What's up, y'all, and welcome to Life According to Ree, the podcast. As always, I am your host, Ree Cole, and let's start off by getting into the song of the week. Y'all know I have to relax my nerves while I wait on my business. Let's chill. There she go. And while I listen to play show, y'all go on Amazon. Get these. Hey, Miss B. I see you. How you doing? Shout out to 98.3 in Charleston, South Carolina. Allowing me to stream on their social media platforms. I appreciate you. Big shout out to Swagger Magazine. For my profile, make sure you get my link to go check that out. It's also on lifeaccordingtofree.org. And I see both my kids. So I'm gonna get into it. Now, as you all know, all this month I have been interviewing. It is National Black Business Month, and I have been interviewing area folks that have Black-owned businesses, and with it also being National Wellness Month, I have. So y'all ready? I know y'all don't be able to hear me when I be doing that stuff. I done did all my introduction stuff. Hello, Mr. Marvin.
What's up?
Last time you went through, you heard all my introduction stuff. I do that by myself now before I bring people on my rambling.
The difference a few months can make.
Say it is National Black Business Month, and with it being National Black Business Month and also National Wellness Month, I thought it would be appropriate for me to interview two people that I've met out in these PD streets. One I've known, she's a returning guest. One I've known since I've been a teenager. The other I've known since the pandemic. Yeah, this is one of my pandemic friends, one of the people I met when people was locked down and stuff. But Mr. Marvin Toney and Miss Ree Dubose of Marvelously Fit, both of them are fitness trainers in the area, and both of you actually operate Black-owned businesses. Both of you are in the PD area. Both of you, when I thought about the topic for later on this month, because I invited y'all like a month ago, I know. It's been like a month since I've seen it. But both of you have a lot of things in common as far as health and wellness, from kids all the way up through adults. So I said the two of you would be two great people. So that because all my conversations, they say, are very one-sided. In order to talk about the different things that go along with health and wellness. Not only that, put yourselves out there, because even though we're all in the PD, I have learned that someone who knows someone I thought that everybody knew everybody, but they do not. Someone who knows somebody in Timmonsville is literally 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20 away from Hartsville. I guarantee y'all ain't never met each other. So I'm going to let y'all introduce yourselves and your businesses, tell us a little bit about it. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to go ladies first.
Am I introducing myself to Marvin, or am I introducing myself to everybody?
Marvin and everybody, because he don't know you either.
Let me start with you, Marvin. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I've seen you on Facebook, so this is my first time, like virtually face to face. I think I might be a mutual friend of yours through one of the young ladies who joined my jump rope challenge a few months ago, and that's how I know of you from the jump rope challenge. She joined. Yeah, that's how I know of him. And I see all the stuff that you're doing. So it look like you got your stuff going on over there. You getting them all in shape, whipping them up, being real with them. Um, but I am Ree Dubose. My company name is Marvelously Fit. Um, I'm known by people who've known me most of my life. Some people call me Marvelous, and I got that name when I was in high school. It came from being an athlete, specifically basketball. It came from that. There's a story behind it, but the company name is Marvelously Fit. I came up with that name in 2020. I think it was 2020. Yeah, during the pandemic time, we had time on our hands to think about things during that time. But that's not when it actually happened. But that was just when the name came to me. I just in January of this year launched my new slogan, "Can't Box Me." So I'm representing today. Can't box me, and I literally officially just got the trademark certificate today. It's been a very long process with that.
Because we was at the launch in January.
Yes,
Okay.
we had to launch it January, and it started before January. The pandemic might have slowed some things down a lot, but I literally today just got the trademark registration certificate this morning when I was on my way to Columbia. So that's a bright spot. Um, but yeah, Marvelously Fit, Ree Dubose of Marvelously Fit, owner of, founder and owner of Can't Box Me, and probably hear a little bit about that throughout. I don't want to take over too much, but I'm happy to be here. Glad to be back. Because when I was, I think the last time I was on Can't Box Me wasn't here. It was, I kind of hinted around to it. I had a band around my head with it on because I had, at that point had been given permission to use it at that time, but I didn't put it out there. I just kind of kept a low profile on it.
Right. Yeah, because you had on the headband. I had to go back and look
I had on
when
headband.
you did the launch. I literally went back and looked.
Yeah, I kind of slid it in there, but I didn't talk about it. I didn't talk about it. So in January during the launch is when I really talked about it and brought it to life and what it means. People think it's a boxer class. It's not a boxer class. It's not even just a class. Can't Box Me is a concept. It's in although the launch was private, but the weekly for people who follow me on social media, they can see that I've been when I do my classes are called Can't Box Me. If I do a speaking engagements, there's times that I'll do it in the name of Can't Box Me, apparel in the name of Can't Box Me, because it's the concept behind the name. When you're dealing with life, and as it aligns with health wellness, when you're dealing with life issues, sometimes things can box you in, cause you to stop, and you no longer making progress. So when I went through a certain particular situation in my life, I said a prayer and I'm like, whatever I'd go through, no matter what, no matter how traumatic, that I please help me keep moving forward as I deal with those things. Not, you know, we're living in a time now where we can talk about mental health and it's okay. So as I deal with those things, but help me to keep moving forward as well. So just because you see a smile on my face doesn't mean I'm not dealing with something. I'm dealing with that, but because of the area that I operate in, I got to stay focused. So I can't let that stuff box me. And I remind my people every week when we're in class, when you come in here, I'm sure you may be coming with some things, but as we go through this class, we're going to burn these calories. We're going to have a good time. We're working out. I'm taking your mind away even from the gym, because some people are a little afraid of the gym.
Right.
But taking your mind away, this is a different atmosphere. It's a welcoming atmosphere, nurturing atmosphere as well. And We have a good time. When we leave out, everybody's laughing, everybody's smiling. They tired, but it's a good time.
Right. And how about you, Mr. Tony? Tell
Oh
people who
well,
you are.
my name is Marvin Toney, and I'm a certified personal trainer over here in Hartsville, South Carolina. I'm a certified personal trainer, fitness coach, strength and conditioning coach, and nutrition coach. And I got it. I basically became a personal trainer on accident. It was. I mean, I enjoy working out, and I wanted to learn more. So that's when I started doing a lot of research, and then I decided to get certified. So that's how that came about. It wasn't like I wanted to be a personal trainer. I mainly did it for myself at first, but then started at the
Mhm.
park working out people, and it kind of took off from there.
Okay.
That's how it
Because I
goes.
didn't know how you started doing it. And I've actually reached out. The crazy thing is I've actually reached out to both of y'all at some point by working out. I have not worked out yet.
Still waiting.
But
You
you can
still
do it.
got time.
No. Because see, what with no, with no, Ree, with Marvin, I saw them outside and they be at this park, right? And they be pulling like tires and stuff.
Mhm,
And I was
mhm.
like, I can't, I don't know if I'm ready for that. It
Which one?
did. But I seen him run with people and everything. I watched all of it. And then with you, y'all be in the class, and then y'all be doing stuff and y'all be wanting to experiment. And y'all be on them little step things going real fast. And
It just look fast. It just look fast.
I had to say, now getting into it, one of the things with me personally, with my change in my body and my health, Marvin does not know pleasingly plump Crystal. He ain't never met her. Ree knows pleasantly plump 290-pound Crystal. And I lost 93 pounds over the course of 2 years in an unhealthy way. In an unhealthy way. Which I talk about all the time. I was stressed out, which is why I'm so big on mental health. But I know that Ree can attest to, even when I was 290 pounds, I was completely okay with me. I was completely fine in my skin. This personality I got has always been the same personality. The only thing is that it's packaged a little bit different now. And one thing I've noticed since I've lost weight, with body positivity, which was at one point, I remember when we were younger, body positivity was working out, getting yourself focused in order to work out, lose weight, and all those kind of things. Positivity has very much changed. To really kind of, we just let it hang out now. We let it hang all the way out. We don't work it out. We just let it hang out, and we love it. We love the skin that we're in. Has that changed for either of you? Has that changed, or does that affect? Do you feel like it affects the way that people look into nutrition and working out and things like that? Things of that nature. Do you think it veers them more away from it, or do you think that it draws them, or does it draw them to it?
I I have different takes on that. Because there are some people that are perfectly fine with it. There are some people who um, I, I see a lot. I mean, it's just kind of my eyes are just drawn to certain things. I just don't say anything, but I can't go anywhere without people talking to me about it. I think they just think that's what they're supposed to talk about when they come into contact with me. They just immediately
Now,
start talking about it. Now, right?
I know that
I've
feeling.
been doing this all of my life. I've been an athlete all of my life, but since people see me on social media now and they see me doing the fitness stuff, they think that that's what they're supposed to talk about when they talk to me, but which lets me know that they're not exactly comfortable in like their skin the way they look. Because if you come to me and you the first thing you say is, I know I got to work out, I still got to, I had to come to the class, or I need to get with you because I need to
mhm.
work on, I want to work on my stomach. And for women
Don't
it's
come
usually
for me. I
stomach,
feel like you come
foot,
for me low key.
right? But this is these are conversations that come to me. I mean, when I take every single day when I go out, it doesn't
Mm.
matter what environment I'm going in. If it's a party, it does not matter. I don't say anything. I don't bring it up. I'm not even talking about the things that I do But that's what they think they have to talk about, which lets me know that they're not exactly comfortable with the way they look, as far as
Mhm.
body positivity. But they do want to wear, the things that are maybe not as pleasant to the eyesight, or again, if they let it hang out, but they know, some of them just don't have it in them to make the decision to put in that type of work to change the way. So then they tell themselves, well, girl, I ain't about to work out. I'm not about to, because the first thing I tell them is, well, working out is good. Yeah, we'll get there. But you really want to hit it on the nutritional side first. That's where you need to start.
Mhm.
Start there. And they're not willing to change the way they eat. They think they can't eat. You can eat. You just got to change it a little bit, or if drinking is a problem, they don't want to, like, modify that. They don't want to give it up. And then that becomes a problem. So then you're just kind of talking senseless
As I
talk.
said,
Just kind of talking senseless talk after a while. And be honest with you, a person like myself, I don't really like to engage in those type of conversations, because I can kind of
mhm.
tell when a person is not going to make a change. But when they go to the doctor don't have the same type of tech that a person like myself may have. And the doctor would tell them things and be totally honest with them, and then they'll come back and they'll ask, well, what do I have to do? Because the doctor said this, and this, and this. Same thing you
Mhm.
kind of already told them, but hearing it from the doctor is different. So they're not exactly comfortable, and it's comfortable, but they just become comfortable because they may not even feel like they got it in them to make that change. But when it comes to life or death, they really want to do it.
Mhm.
So social media also makes people feel okay about things that they really know aren't totally okay. Um, and you can say your health, you feel good in your skin, but as you get older, you start thinking about your health, and
Mhm.
that just certain things just not healthy. And we particularly talking about our race of people, we're not educated on it.
Because I couldn't understand why we went through 8 years of coaching, working out, literally at least running every day.
Mhm.
I never lost a pound. I never lost a pound. I was big that whole time. But I never thought about it. I was like, well, I do work out sometimes. At least 6 months out of the year, I work out for about 30 minutes, 5 days a week. And I was dismissive. I was dismissive of it because I said, like you said, I know I'm good. Like I'm still dating. I'm still going here and there when I get dressed. Everybody tells me I'm cute. So even though I knew that I was dying on the inside, like I knew my health issues. I knew what hurt on me, and I shouldn't be hurting at 32 years old. I knew what it felt like to get up out the bed and literally have to pull yourself out of the bed, and you're only 32. So the difference now is I still got to pull myself out of bed because now these joints are acting up because I'm over 40. But I don't know. I know I don't ever want to go back.
Mhm.
And even though I was really good with being bigger, I was okay with being bigger and I accepted myself for who I was. I know now I don't want to do anything any different. I know I never ever want to be that size again.
Right.
And I ask like little questions here and there just to get like little things. And then because I don't do like they do, I don't ask outright questions. I've asked you plenty of questions and just in random and talking and just telling me stuff. I'll be like, well, maybe I might need to cut out that sugar. I might need to cut down on that sugar a little bit because I understand I understand how they feel when you want to ask and you might want to change it, but you're not really all that comfortable.
Mhm. Mhm.
Do you get that, Marvin, because you have mixed classes, like highly mixed classes? Do you get that from women that come in and they're good, but they're not good?
I get well, the body positivity thing, like it's it's two sides of it. So I wouldn't want anybody to feel uncomfortable with their own skin in their own skin. Like if you're a little heavier, you know what I mean? I don't want you to be depressed because you're heavier. You know what I mean? Be who you are. But on the other side, I don't want you to be unhealthy. So I feel like social media is really pushing body positivity, but not the health part about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's okay to be like, it's okay to be big. Like, I wouldn't say it's not okay to be big. I would say it's not okay to be unhealthy. So
Right.
it's a like she said, like when I go out, that's the first thing people start talking about is fitness. Which I mean, like, I don't mind. Like, I chop it up
Mhm.
with you about fitness, but like she say, I'm gonna start coming to class. I see you on Facebook. I'm gonna sign. I'm like, okay, then. I mean, like, I can't make you do it. Like,
Right.
Mhm.
when you're ready, you're gonna be ready.
Right.
But my main thing is I want everybody to be healthy. You know what I mean? I want you to be mentally and physically healthy. Like,
Right.
if you're not happy with who you are mentally, like, that'll kill you. Stress will kill you.
Got that right.
Indeed. And that's what I was saying. That's actually how I lost my weight. When I said I lost it in an unhealthy manner, I was stressed. I spent a year stressed out. When I first moved back from Charlotte to Florence, I didn't even realize how small I was until I got back around people I had been around all my life. And they're like, oh, you look good. Or, oh, you look too
Mhm.
small. Or, oh, you're too tiny. I had no idea. I was still putting on size 18 dresses and pants. And I was down to a size 18 because I didn't even realize it because it wasn't a health journey I was on. I
Mhm.
was on a mental health journey and I was losing. I was losing, so there wasn't any type of balance. And I spent once I realized that, then that's when I started searching for balance. Where okay, you got to get your mental health together. And once you get your mental health together, then you'll be able to maintain with that. I've been able to maintain my size and not just jump back up into now that I'm happy, just
Right.
start back,
Doing.
knowing what my triggers are. Am I happy eating? Or am I eating because it's 2 o'clock and I ain't even hungry? No
Right.
thing. I had bad eating. I had horrible eating habits. I would go to basketball practice. And Marvin, we coached together in Timminsville, me and Ree. Our our practices, we never had more than 8 girls, maybe
Mhm.
most. So we were Timminsville's practice squad when they were going to state championships and stuff. So we played ball for real. 30 minutes a day, 6 days a week. We was practicing on weekends, all of that. And I never lost a pound because I would leave there and overeat.
Yeah.
I just been say, you know why? Oh, with
Oh,
Curricular.
I know why. I would leave there and go fix me a plate with 2 pieces of big chicken. I like big chicken, rice, potato. I was cooking 2 starches. I'm the only person I know that eats rice and potatoes together. I still do. I just get one spoon. I still do though, but I just get one spoon of the rice and potatoes together because I eat rice. I eat them together. I eat starch. I'm a starch addict. But also, what I wanted to ask y'all is y'all saying that everywhere y'all go, people, that's the first conversation. Do y'all feel extra pressure because you're in the fitness and nutrition industry to keep your own personal appearance up? Like, does it affect you all any? Like, if you look in the mirror or you happen to notice that something is a little different about your body, does that add added pressure for you personally to keep yourself fit?
I don't feel the pressure, mainly because I'm pretty content with myself, but I also know myself. I don't feel the pressure, but I do have an expectation of my own self to keep myself up. And because I'm not the type of active that I used to be when I was working in the school district around children and walking and moving around a lot and working remote, I know that I'm more stationary. So I have to be more intentional. And I know that because the body start feeling different. You start feeling soreness. These are some of the things that I noticed with myself. I start feeling soreness that I never felt in my life. I'm like, okay, this must be this desk job stuff.
Mhm.
And that's an expectation, but it also helps me to be able to relate to people in those type of roles. So then I can cater to them and I can help them a little bit better because I felt it. But you look in the mirror, and if the mirror don't tell you, because sometimes the mirror, you see what you think in your head, but when you go try your clothes on, those clothes will tell you. Um, those clothes will tell you what's going on. Even
Mhm.
they'll say something different. Clothes will tell you. I have an expectation for myself. I don't feel the pressure from other people. There was a time in my life that I did like what people said weighed a lot to how I felt about myself, but not anymore. Um, not anymore. No, not at all. Not anymore. uh, is more of the expectation of me. I feel no pressure when it comes to other people and keeping myself up because I have an expectation of myself when I step out. When when I'm doing certain things, I need to have energy. I need to have the most energy in the room. If I'm
Right.
teaching a class, I need to be the most energetic person in the room. I need to be able to speak and exhibit the exercises. Um, when I'm training somebody, I need to have a look. There for me, there's is a look. I expect myself to have a look because if someone is putting their time, money, energy into me, I need to be able to give them that. If I don't have the look, I can't motivate you if you're looking at me like, well, you look like you just
Mhm.
show up any kind of way and you
Dang.
well, it's a look. Like when I show up in the gym, I be totally laser focused. I'm like, I have a certain routine that when I'm going to the gym, I train somebody, I'm jumping in the shower, I put on something that I feel like trainer like, and I'm in there, I'm
Mhm.
trying to put you there. And when you come in, I'll ask you about your day. Let's go. You ready? And we going at it. I don't try to, I don't answer no phones and none of that.
I
Um,
see it.
like
I've been seeing it.
yeah, we laser focused, but so the expectation is on me for myself and not the pressure from other people, but personally for me. Yeah.
Marvin, with you being a guy, is it different? Because I would imagine that because I know a little bit of your past history, and they said that I was told, now they might be lying, that you were always an athlete like Ree. So is it different with you, or say do you feel any of that type of pressure to present yourself in a certain way to keep yourself a certain look about you?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't call it pressure. I mean, like we said, like if you training, like you have to be able to train. Like you see me on the videos and I'm training, like I'm in it with them.
Right.
So like you said, you got to have enough energy to keep up. So it's kind of like I'm the example. Like
Mm-hmm.
how I'm gonna tell you something if I don't even live by it.
Right.
Like it's funny because like when I'm in Walmart and I'm buying groceries, people look at my cart just to see what I'm eating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, what you
Oh
eating healthy?
wow.
Yeah, to be honest, like really.
Like people watch everything that we do. Like
Mhm.
seriously, from
If you
from
eat
from a
a piece of
distance.
cake, they're like, "Oh, you eat sweets." So like, I never told you that I did it. You know,
Oh
uh,
wow.
my
Oh yeah,
because I look a certain way, that I don't like. My goals are maybe different from yours. You're trying to lose weight.
Mhm.
You don't need to eat the same way I need to eat because I am trying to maintain, but I might be trying to meet gains in certain areas. So I might need to eat a little bit more because I'm trying to
Mhm.
make gains, but you're losing. So you don't need to follow what I'm doing as far as what I'm eating. That's why I gave you an outline to go by.
Right.
yeah, because everybody goes different. So like
Mhm.
you said, like I
That's what
might eat a
assessment.
totally different amount of calories than the next person. Like you said, it depends on your goal, your activity level, and like if you training for an event or you
Mm.
want trying to lose weight, it varies. So like no person is the same, basically. So like I don't train anybody the exact same way because everybody's body's different. Everybody adapt differently. Like some people won't be able to do certain things that I ask another group of people to do. So everybody gets trained differently, but it's based on their goals.
Right. And I guess I can understand that because since I've been podcasting and talking about mental wellness and all that stuff and what not to do and all that kind of stuff, everywhere I go, I could be out on a Friday night and I'm outside, and people go, "Now I see you over here. You over here dancing up by that man." And yeah, I had watched your podcast last week, and you were saying don't be entertaining no men out no club. And I'm like, I, and so
Yeah,
y'all just this is what we're doing right now at 1 a.m.
I mean, I get that too. Like, I could be in the loft on a Friday night, and they be like, "Oh, what you doing over here? Oh, you drinking?" I'm like, "Yeah, but guess what? I'm gonna be at the gym at 9 o'clock in the morning. Also, I mean, like, you coming?"
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
because
have to
you
hold
gonna be
ourselves accountable. Yeah, we have to hold ourselves accountable. And like Marvin said, he get out there with him. I get out there. I train people, but I'm a lot of times, even if I say I'm not gonna do this workout with you, but then I find myself doing it with them anyway, because you have to get your time in too. And that's what a lot of times trainers guilty of, not being able to fit themselves into their own schedule because you're putting so much into other people. Not just when you in there with them, but then you got to plan for them as well. You got to study up, and because they'll challenge you, they ask you questions. And you can't always say you don't know.
right.
Challenge you. They challenge us all the time. I get all kind of questions. I'm like, man, I didn't think about that. Or, well, how come you don't have this for this person, that person? Just like, how they come at you, well, with the caption. I saw that comment on TikTok, I think. The person said something about the caption on the videos, and it's like, oh, well, I was working on
Mm-hmm.
that. I didn't think about that. Well, I can add that. So the mind is always moving, 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 moving.
Do y'all feel like there's a difference between our communities and other communities as far as health and wellness is concerned? Because I know I have a lot of more since I've lost weight, and people want to ask me how I lost it at random times also. And I
Mm-hmm.
always have to give them my spiel of you don't want to get on the weight loss journey I was on. But do y'all, and I know that we have a lot of unhealthy just eating ways traditionally as a unit. I know with my family, we Sunday dinner. We holiday dinner,
Mm-hmm.
we cook. We have 14 people that are coming to dinner, but 50 could easily show up and eat very well because we overcook and things like that. Do you think that it's more of, does it show more in our community than other communities? Because a lot of people may think that. I happen to be one of those people that think that. But because, and maybe because I don't deal with other communities as much in those types of settings, but I have with coaching things that my girls would do. Some of the schools we would play, and I'd be just having just random conversations. They'd be like, "Oh no, the girls don't do that. The girls do this, 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 and this." And I'm thinking, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get my girls to stop doing this. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get my girls to stop drinking this. I'm no way I'm gonna get my girls to start drinking water first thing in the morning all day so that you don't get to the game. I'm already thinking it because I know it. Do you think that our community as a whole has more unhealthier habits?
You want to go first, Marvin? I mean, I always have stuff to say about that when it comes to that.
I would like, if I would say yes. Okay, then I'm so over here in Hartsville, when I'm in the gym, I see more younger white girls in the gym working out, training, than I see younger black females. Like, the only younger black females that I do see in the gym are the one they in sports. You know what I mean? So they're training for a reason. But just like the average teenager or the young adult, they don't take. I don't feel like they take the physical fitness serious enough for me. Like, I see it's a ton of white folks in there. They get from I seen, like, from a young age, just growing up in the gym, and especially with like older adults.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big disparity, very big.
Yeah, the community matters. I've learned so much just with doing my group fitness classes January. It's so hard sometimes to tap into like different communities. I'll speak about Timminsville because that's where I was doing my class at, and um, but then when I go to other places and I've been invited to go to other places, it's like that whole atmosphere is different. I'm like, man, um, they want to be here. I
It's
mean,
more diverse and like
more
the people are
diverse
actually
age ranges, just trying to pull people in, trying to figure out how can I get them in here? Like, what do I need to say to them? How can I like literally get them to come in here. I've offered for free. They're still not coming. But but I can go other places. I hop around. I go a lot of different places, and I always, no matter what, whenever I go out of town, no matter what, and my friends have. I don't even tell them like pack this or that. They know when I go out of town, I don't care where I'm going. My stuff is going to be packed. If I got an opportunity to get in the gym or get out somewhere and use that environment, I'm getting out there. But they'll have something packed in their bags now. It's like they adapt because of the person that they're around. They already know what time it is. I don't ask them to do it. They just like come prepared. I'm like, okay, well, cool, let's get to it. But that's because they're around me and they connected to me. So I feel like the environment, the people that you're around, make it conducive for you to get into it. When I go in different areas, it's just they're into it because you got there's gyms everywhere. Like when I tell you so many, like on every block, like different places to eat, like healthier choices. Like the community is open to that. Our community, like we're slow. We're trying to catch on a little bit, but very much slow. I started looking, I'm like, man, I get frustrated when it comes to food. I don't eat out that much. But when I try to get something because I don't just always want heavy foods, especially when it's hot, I just don't want it. I can't find anything in the areas. I get frustrated. Like, man, there's nowhere to eat here. Like, we got no food options for people that want to try to do good. They got to go to the grocery store and, get stuff. But if you just want
I've heard arguments where people, because there's some things that I eat that the community don't eat, like asparagus, spinach without it being a dip, just different stuff that I just prefer and I've always ate, even with all of the trash food. And one thing that I have found is that it's a lot harder, even when you have the whole food stores, to purchase the food, because I can go to McDonald's. I can get a combo and now it's $10 by $10, but I can get a combo for $10. In order for me to go get that mixed leaf blend and that spinach to make my salad with, it's gonna cost me about $20. But in my mind, even though I'll be able to use it longer because I can get more than one meal, in my mind, I save money by running to go to get that $10. That $10 meal versus going and spending $20.
Yeah, it's a mind thing. It's a mind thing, but then sometimes you have to think about how you feel. Do you feel energized afterwards, or do you feel sluggish afterwards? And that was sometimes, when you study the foods and how it make you feel. The studies would tell you that you're gonna feel when you eat more green. It flows through your body better. And as we get older, we do have to think about like what we're putting into our bodies. When you're younger, you're just so carefree. You don't think the same about it. Even when it comes to health, wellness, and fitness, I didn't know about gyms when I grew up. I was just fortunate, that I was an athlete and I played outside a lot, and I played sports year round. So I was always doing something, but it was because of the sport. I didn't do it on my own. I didn't say, hey, I need to stay in shape, so I need to. No, I do that. And then when people saw me running, they looked at me crazy. Like when I would come home for the summer and I would run to try to stay in shape for basketball season, because I knew if I didn't go back to school in shape, that I would pay for that later. But I would run like in my sports bra and my shorts, and I knew that it was like it drew attention. People were getting phone calls about me. So it got back to me. So I realized, okay, my community can't handle that. So I had to do something differently, and I had to go to the school and run around the track when I really wanted to just take the scenic route, because I felt like I could then meet my mark better versus running in a circle. But when I go in other areas, people are out. They don't bite.
I wonder, like Marvin was saying, I wonder, does that bother some of the younger girls and why they won't go in a gym just because they won't, they don't want people looking at them or seeing them in the,
it might have something to do with the parents. Like if the parents, like when we was growing up, like my parents, like me, Dre, and Jason, like they put us, we got Y memberships. So we was in the gym. Like we might not have been working. We might not have been actually like working out, but like we was in the gym, playing ball, doing activities. We was active, and our parents made sure we was active. You know what I mean? So maybe that's something the parents need to look into about putting their kids in the gyms or keeping them active or some type of sports.
Yeah, that too, and sometimes the parents just don't have it, financially. Because I know my parents didn't have it financially. I wanted to go to the Boys and Girls Club as a kid. My mom didn't have it. I just happened to slide in there. They allowed me to play with the basketball team, although I didn't have a membership there, so I didn't attend the activities or anything. I just went there strictly to play basketball as
I
a
know
kid.
I know a lot of parents like they use that excuse that they don't have it, but like they have it, but they don't want to put it into their kids, and I have a problem with that. You
And
know what
yes,
I mean?
and yes, that's very true.
Marvin, that's how we met. That's how we met her. I met her. She was a 7th grader. She was a little itty bitty girl. Play ball
It's like it's a
at the
lot
Y
of
at the Boys and
programs
Girls Club.
that kids can go that
I
kids can get
like,
gym memberships.
yeah, I like now that Planet Fitness is offering it to teenagers that they could come in. I was pleasantly surprised over someone. I saw some of the kids in there. They were actually working. Now I've gotten some complaints from people in other states of jails, and they're like, I don't know, it's like a lot of kids and they just like hanging out. It's like, yeah, they get the free memberships, but they don't know, I guess, what to do when they get in there. So that might be something that they get to help and give them, a mentor, like a trainer mentor to help them when they get in the gym. Because now they're showing up. Now they need to know what to do. That's what, a lot of people, I don't know what to do. They're not going there. So they get on the treadmill or they pass by the gym.
But that was my son's issue. They started doing that with the high school students. That when Jaden was still in high school, and that was like his sophomore year, so that was like 2017, the first time they actually gave us something that said, hey, they can go right over here to, I think it was a Planet Fitness over by the mall. And they'll get a free gym membership. And like one morning, all the boys got up and they all went. And my son came home. He's like, Mom, I ain't know what to do in that. He's like, I ain't going back. I just wait.
And look, and that's like you said, like that go for adults too. Like I see people come in the gym and they have that look on their face. They don't know what to do. So they get on the treadmill and they go to the air machine and then they walk out the door.
Yeah.
I'm that person.
I have such a nurturing spirit though. So when people like hit me up and stuff, and I'm like, do you have a gym membership? When was the last time you used it? And like, well, I just don't know what to do. I was like, well, I tell you what, tell me when you're going. If it meet my schedule, we could go and I'll show you what to do in there. Like I'll come in the gym and show you how to use the machines, like what machine, tell me what you're trying to do. I'll tell you what machines you can use and what these different machines are for, how to read those diagrams that are on the machines, and how to stretch, how to warm up, so that when you go in the gym, you know what to do. You won't just get on the treadmill. Like you can feel like you belong. And don't worry about these people in the gym. They looking at you, you looking at them. It don't matter.
That's a big thing. Like people don't want to. They don't want people to look at them in the gym. Like this is what I tell people. I'm like, if you in the gym, hey, we all in here for the same reason.
Right.
I feel like we all in it together.
And don't wait to go. Don't try to come look like me before you go in the gym. Like, no, you need to go. I was like, just go, just get in there. Just get in that gym. Just get in there. And the energy, if it's energy, it'll meet you when you get there. Because a lot of times when I go, I'm pulling myself out of here. But when I get in there, it's like, okay, whew. Now I'm like, I'm focused. I got my headphones on. I don't care what anybody in the gym doing. I really go in there like I'm the baddest thing in the gym. I don't care who's in there, what they got to say. I get my work out there and I'm out. Like I don't even care whatever they was thinking or could be thinking or not. It don't even faze me. It don't even faze me. I really don't see people that much. Just like being on the basketball court, I see the people on the floor with me. The fans, they just the fans, they yelling stuff. That's what they do.
Well, I could tell you, I'm one of them people that that go in the gym and then look around and then get uncomfortable and then leave. They give me the people. I'm not gonna say the name of the company because they won't pay me. But the gym takes $25.43 out of my account every month. Every month when it hits my account and they take it, I say to myself, I need to go to that gym.
Yeah, because they take it.
I have done it twice. And I'm one of those people. I go in there. I'm thinking like, what do I need? And the crazy part is, it's not like I wasn't an athlete like from the time I was 6. So I would thinking like people would think in their mind it wouldn't be a hard thing for me to do. But actually going in there, I don't know if it's the organization of it I don't know if it's more. It feels more organized than just playing ball or whatever. I don't know what it is.
By yourself. I don't know, but the young lady that I'm training, that I'm working with, like we started from the bottom because she never played sports before, and so we started with getting comfortable and just I want you to bring this notebook every time you show up here. I know you got your phone and that's beautiful, but I want you to
Mm-hmm.
bring this notebook, that pen. I want you to write it down. I want you, when we're in here, I want you to say the terminology. I want you to say reps and sets, and I want you to say everything. All gym terms. I want you to say dumbbell, kettlebell, and cables. Learn this because I'm not going to always be with you. And when you come in here, I don't want you to say, that thing, the round thing with the two ends. I know, I don't know. But and get comfortable, more and more comfortable with it. And I'm like, okay, now we were in this room in this back area for a while. Now we're going out on the big floor. And when you go out, and then I will tell her, take a picture before you leave the gym. And then she sent me a picture. She's like, oh, I sent you a picture. I'm like, I didn't get it. I saw the one in the bathroom. She's like, oh, you mean like over on the other side? Yes, go on the other side. Take the picture before you leave the gym. And I was like, don't worry about who looking at you. Who cares? That's what people do. Just take the selfie. Take it. And that is, it's giving her confidence. Like she used to apologize for stuff when we were doing the exercise. And I'm like, okay, wait, do this. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, please stop apologizing. Like, you're really blowing me with that. Like, you got to stop apologizing. And now she's like doing the exercises. There's no apology. Certain things, I'm like, drop it. And she would just drop. I'm like, no, see, that was too nice. So you're dropping it like a pump. Drop that thing.
Which,
Slam
which,
it down. You know,
which leads me to my last question, and this is for men and women. For someone who struggles with like consistency or just getting started, and I don't know if y'all do initial consultations, or I don't know how I go, but I'm gonna let y'all tell people how they can do that with y'all at the end of the show. But for someone who struggles with consistency or struggles with just getting started, what would be your best advice for them in order to maybe motivate them to want to start on a fitness and nutrition journey, especially if they've never been on one before?
Like to start, like if somebody came to me and said they wanted to start, the first thing I'm gonna ask them is why, because the why is important. The why is gonna get you to your goal. Like some people why they might want to get in a dress for their birthday or they going on a vacation, and I'm like, no, like if you gonna get in it, it's gonna have to be long term, like because it's tough. And I tell people like if you get into it for the wrong reasons, like you're gonna quit as soon as it get hard. Like who gonna do all that work just to celebrate your birthday, to get in the bathing suit for 1 month? So when you start, I want to know your why. Then I want to know the goals. I want to know the end goals. So with that, that's when I start to put your plan together. How I'm gonna train you. Like you said, everybody got to start from the ground. Like it's the ground up. Maybe you got a lot of women when they come to me, their confidence be like, I want to work out by myself. So cool, we will work out by yourself. I'll let you work out by yourself 2-3 weeks, 4 at the most. And then, like Ree said, now we're going in the big room. You know what I mean? It's mental. You know what I mean? I'm building you physically and mentally. I need your confidence to grow.
mm-hmm.
But once your confidence start to grow, they get more comfortable in the gym. So once the people get comfortable in the gym, then it's I won't say that it's easy, but it's easy for them to come back. Now they're on a path. Now they're on a routine. So once you get like if anybody who just starting out, I would say get with a trainer or somebody that's very, very familiar in the gym, because you need a routine. Like if you don't have a routine, you're just gonna be lost. I see people all the time that just doing random stuff in the gym, not getting no results. So of course, if you're going to the gym putting in all this work and you're not getting no results, what you gonna do? You're gonna quit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What would you tell our fine folks, especially our Timminsville folks, that we want to get out here to this class, including myself?
Look, I mean, it's more than, I tell people all the time, it's more than just about the fitness side of it. It's about the mental part of it. You want to be in a good environment, good vibes. It also, I tell people, you can't get everything you need in this one class. This class is supposed to motivate you so that you can do some things on your own. Motivate you to use that gym membership that you're paying for every single month, and you're not using it. Like, okay, whoo, I feel good. This is a good boost. Now I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to go to the track, or I get with my partner and we're going to start doing some things together. Or it may make you want to get with a trainer so that you can get motivated. Some people just need a little start. They may not need a trainer for a long term. They just need somebody to help them get started and help them just get them a blueprint. Like, what do I need to do? I just need to know how to start, where to go. Um, as far as I do consultations, with people when they reach out to me, and I'll schedule time so we can talk and chop it up and find out. I'll ask them about their medical history, and make sure that they're not on any doctor's orders, and then if they are, what did the doctor say you can do and can't do? Because a lot of people, and I like when people don't wait on the doctor to tell them, but a lot of people are ignited by the doctor. When the doctor tell them, it's like, okay, all right, that was the last straw. That was the last straw, right? But if you were one of those people who just kind of laying around on the couch and they see you, you don't even know you just run into them. Like, I be seeing y'all jumping around out there. I'm come one day, I'm like, just come, you know, just come. Don't think that something is too hard, because there's always modifications. There's always a way to ease your way into things, and there's somebody for everybody. Like, my style might not be for everybody, his style might not be for everybody, but because we're in this industry that we're in, we can refer you to somebody else. I refer people all the time. I know I can't do it all by myself. And I'm not available all day long. I have a regular job. I can refer you to somebody that might be more of your style. If you need a drill sergeant like person, I can refer you to that. If you just want to be more flexible, there are people, there are classes for that you can go to that can help you, get that flexibility that you need, or just something to help you with your mind. Like, some people do it, but they got to get their mind right. Like, it starts in your mind. You got to make a decision in your mind that, okay, I'm doing it. I'll tell people, take your clothes, sit your clothes out the night before. Go ahead and just get it together, and don't give yourself too much time to think, because you can talk yourself out of anything. Really talk yourself out of anything. Just get up and just get out. And you just never know how it makes a world of a difference. I mean, I have to do it too. I have to do it myself. Like, I get motivated because I know I have a responsibility. You need to really tie it to something, though. Yes, we need to be healthy. And the goal don't really need to be short term, because, like Marvin said, once you meet the goal, you can go back to your old ways. Like, hey, I did it. Now, I look good on that birthday.
And take all the Instagram pictures and all that stuff and the videos and
now you're back. So I always tell people, try to make it a lifestyle. Do your best to make it a lifestyle. If you mess up along the way, that's fine. Get back up. It's okay. You ate a meal. You ate a big meal. So just get back. Don't be picking out every day. You know better than that. Your conscience will start weighing in on you anyway. When you got to start questioning everything, like, I would just leave that alone, because I will be able to sleep at night knowing that I messed up. I would have messed up, with y'all. But I say, get it in your mind first. Get it in your mind. Like I said, come up with your why. Why do you want to do it? And if you need help, don't be afraid to just ask somebody for help, or ask somebody to join you. I need help. I'm not motivated, and I know I need help. People that really need help, I do suggest they get a trainer if they can afford it. Some people, that might not be in their budget, but if you can put it in your budget, you holding yourself accountable and you paying your money, you want to see results, and you're going to
result of something.
Yeah, you're going to show it. It's different. Having a trainer is different from having a membership. I don't know why people okay with paying that membership and not seeing any results from the membership, but when they're paying that trainer, you got an expectation, and the trainer can hold you accountable.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to let the trainer down. You don't want to trainer down, you put yourself down. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Tony, you have never podcasted with me. You never been one of my guests, and Ree, you were a guest, but some things have changed since the last time. Now I do a segment called Top 5. I'm gonna ask each one of you a question. It's gonna be like this or that.
Okay.
Oh,
You gotta respond. Say you gotta respond quick. I
Okay.
promise you, I'm not gonna ask you nothing crazy. I won't ask nothing crazy because I
Okay.
don't like to be caught off guard. Is you ready?
Yes.
So, number one, Powerade or Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Sweet tea or lemonade?
Lemonade.
Oh, neither, because they both too sweet for me.
You got to answer one, right?
I'll
I'll
take lemonade over sweet tea because people pour a bunch of sugar in sweet tea. Give me the lemonade.
Say they do it too. Make it too rough. Say Red Bull or red wine?
Red wine, definitely.
Red Bull.
Red Bull. My friend don't drink. My friend
Yeah,
don't drink.
Red Bull. I support out.
In the club or in the gym?
In the gym.
Club. Turn the club in the club. Give me the club. Give me the vibes.
I'm definitely going to the gym first. Definitely.
Go to the gym first. And
Like
last one. Toned and tight or fit and fluffy?
Tone and tight.
Yes, definitely toned and tight.
Okay, well, I want to thank you both. Say thank you both for being my guest this evening. Marvin may not know this, but I have a certain level of social anxiety that keeps me up here that I have to bring back down here. So thank you all for being my guest. I really do appreciate y'all. I appreciate the information that you all share. And I want for each one of you to give your contact information, because I always mess people contact information up, and you know what you go on and what gets the most attention more than anything. So I'll let y'all do that, and y'all can go however y'all wish to do about your social media contacts. Let people know how they can get in touch with you.
Well, you just hit me on Facebook. Marvin Toney, just hit me in my inbox if you need some training or some advice. I can't promise you like I'm always available, but I'll get back to you though.
I will say that because I reached out to you and I didn't even go like the route that I could have went at first. I said, no, I'm going to contact on my own. And you did reach back out to me, not even knowing that I kind of sort of knew who you was already. So I can attest to that. He will hit you back if you hit him on Facebook, but make sure you say what you want. Please don't go in there with, hey, I know he kind of fine. Don't go in there just saying, hey. Go in there and say, hey, this is what I'm messaging you for. Okay? You retell them your handles because people do that.
Right. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm on all of those, and I'm Marvelously Fit. So you can find me on those. You can email me if you're not a social media person. That what is it? MarvelouslyFit, MarvelouslyFit at gmail.com. ReeMarvelouslyFit@gmail.com. My website is www.marvelouslyfitlife.com. And you can find me. I'll be bouncing around somewhere out there.
That's what. Thank you all so much. All of their contact info will be on the last screen. Thank you all for tuning in. And in order to check me out, I am listed on all social media platforms as at Life According to Cree. On all platforms, including this one. As a podcast is always on Life According to Cree TV. Make sure that you check that out. If you are interested in life coaching, and you just want to buy some apparel, or you just want to see what I'm doing, go to www.lifeaccordingtocree.org. Yes, my website is that old that I am a .org. It is not a mistake. Because see how y'all both laugh because like .org. Nobody gets .org no more. But make sure that y'all check that out, and I will see you all next week. Thank you, and thank y'all again.
Thanks for having me on.
Till next time.